What's up, gamers? GamerDad here. This is a guide to help you complete the trigger-happy 5 stages of quests, deal damage to opponents from above. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that button and show me that support. I greatly appreciate it. So as mentioned, there's 5 stages of this. You need to get quite a lot of damage on opponents. So opponents includes players as well as the high card bosses and their henchmen. And I'm going to stress here, the easiest way to do this and the fastest way is to go after the high card bosses. Now there's 3 of them in every single match. One at Shattered Slabs, one at Brutal Bastion, and one at Mega City. I've got other videos about how to, find them and stuff, but basically, at one point in the game, they will show up and you can really nail lots of damage around them. So since one of them is at Shattered Slabs, this is a strategy I'm going to share for you. You land at this location right here, you come in here, there's most often one of these Scout Regiment chests here, or footlockers I should say, and you can get the ODM gear. Now the cool thing about the ODM gear is you can actually naturally get damage from above using this. So you aim with L2 and then you go with the attack with R2, and your character will jump up in the air and then comes down on the person, so it naturally ends up counting for you as damage from above. And you'll see that, you can see that's damage from airborne. I think there's only so many challenges it will show. There it already showed 3, so it didn't show the 4th, but you'll see in a minute where it does count. Otherwise, anytime you are above somebody, you're going to get credit. So even on this little hill here, by staying up on the high ground, anytime you can do a build, you can just shoot down on people from hills, whatever it be, from the tops of buildings. That will help you ensure that you nail this damage quite quickly. So the first stage of dealing damage, you need to get 1,000 damage, so that is quite a bit. But here's what I'm talking about with the bosses. So you come to Shattered Slabs. Once you see these icons on the map there, that one that's moving with the key and the 8-ball, that is the high card boss and his henchman. And the best thing about them is they have a boatload of XP/health. So HP, I should say, healing points or health. But in this case, this is a player, and this is where I'm using the ODM gear. Now watch, I was showing you zoomed in here because it'll say not ready after you do a couple attacks, and then you need to wait for it to get back to 100% before you can do an attack. So it still says not ready. There we go. It's at 100% again, and I can now throw out or lay down 3 attacks. And you can see my player comes from high and down on top. So that's one good way to start racking up the damage on other players. And again, here's another example. So yeah, use the ODM gear. Anytime you have the chance to get above an opponent, do it. Whether it's on your builds, that's why I like to play regular Battle Royale. When you're in a building, use the stairs. So if someone's coming after you, don't shoot one-on-one. Bring them up so that they're going to be below you, and then shoot down at them. Even here you can see they retreat, and I end up getting over 200 damage against that person. So that's stage 1 of 5 complete. And at one point I was actually naturally trying to get this, but then I realized and remembered about the boss thing. So the cool thing about the bosses is they're not even hostile until you engage them. So that's where I'm just going to build up here, put myself above them. It would have been easier if I went onto the mountaintop, no doubt, but... So any of these shots that count right now are all from above. The DMR weapon, by the way, the Cobra DMR, is absolutely amazing for this challenge. You can fire so many times. There's stage 2 complete, by the way. You can fire so many times. The clip is huge. You can aim with the scope. And to be honest, you can take out the main high card boss almost with one clip if you don't miss any shots. It is absolutely just lethal on these people here. And so that's what I ended up doing. After I got to the stage 2 part, I basically just kept coming back to Shattered Slabs. I was working on other challenges like that headshots one. So there's damage stage 3 of 5 complete. But by the time you eliminate 3 of these bosses, you can almost get 1,000 damage. And you can just whip through this quest super, super fast. But even in this place, see how I'm higher than that player? Just always put yourself above players, and then it won't even matter how close you are. You can just keep getting it. And again, here's another instance where I use that ODM gear. I'm progressing through, I think, stage 4 at this point. That first one probably didn't count, but if you watch the small counter on the side, I started at like 33 or so, and I'm going to end up at 3,700 after a couple fights at this gas station, all thanks to the ODM gear. And so there, he came down, coming down again, and down again. So these new weapons, they are a little bit awkward to use at first, but once you get used to them, they're actually kind of fun to use, and they can be pretty lethal. And it does also look cool. You kind of look like Spider-Man, but I do prefer this weapon over the grapple club. So here again, back at the high card boss is at Shattered Slabs. And another bonus of doing this is you keep getting access to the vault when you get the vault key off the boss. So you also end up getting a lot of gold and lots of good loot. So I'm on the last stage now. I need a total of 5,000 damage, and I'm going to get it here. I'm going to use the heavy sniper this time. And as long as I keep shooting from up here, my challenge will be complete in no time. So I do hope this guide is helpful for you. Please drop a like, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit that button and show me that support. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great day until the next video. This is GamerDad out.